The Game of the Year award goes to Sekiro.
Game of the Year winner is Elden Ring.
From Software managed to win Game of the Year in 2019 with Sekiro and in 2022 with Elden Ring. Will they be able to pull off the hat trick and win Game of the Year yet again in 2023 with Armored Core 6? In today's video, I wanted to try to answer that question. Now, obviously, Armored Core 6 and most of the competition for this year's Game Award hasn't come out yet, so this video is highly speculative, but we have a good idea of what to expect with these games, and unless there's some huge disaster at launch or some major surprises, I think we can speculate to where we stand with most of the titles. So for Armored Core 6 to win Game of the Year 2023, first it has to be nominated. Let's take a look at the competition to see what Armored Core 6 is up against. So The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is definitely going to be at least nominated. The chances of it not being nominated for Game of the Year is pretty much zero. The game was a massive hit. Anytime there's a Zelda game that comes out, it's always a big event. It has really high scores on Metacritic from the users and the critics alike. I played it and honestly, it's a masterpiece. The building mechanics are so creative and so unique that it's definitely not anything you've seen in any other game. And the fact that you can torture Koroks in many different types of ways is a huge asset to the game. So obviously that's going to be a nomination. Starfield hasn't came out yet, but it looks like it's probably one of the most ambitious video game of all time. With over 1,000 planets to explore and a vast universe, it looks extremely promising to possibly win Game of the Year. Now, the issue with Starfield is because Bethesda's games usually have a lot of bugs. So I don't know if the bugs will ruin this game at launch and they'll fix it afterwards. It all depends how they deliver the product. Now Starfield has been delayed, so hopefully right now it is fully ready and will launch without any major flaws. There are some concerns that the game only runs at 30 frames per second, but Todd Howard explained that with a game like Starfield, it just wouldn't be possible to make it 60 FPS, so I guess time will tell if that was the right play here. I'm sure the game is going to be great and is definitely going to push the boundaries when it comes to exploration, so I am 99% positive that it will be nominated for Game of the Year. Now, one game that could very well be nominated but certainly doesn't deserve to is Diablo 4. It definitely deserves to be nominated for Best Narrative, Best Story, but the game in general is not Game of the Year material. I played it, I went up to the end game, and then it just got increasingly boring and just tedious and a chore. And I'm a Diablo player, so I wasn't expecting that. I thought I would be playing this game for years, but after just a couple weeks, I was done. So hopefully they'll fix it in the future. Does it deserve a nomination as Game of the Year? I personally don't think so, but Blizzard has so much sway in this industry and it's such a massive company that maybe it'll get nominated, but I certainly think that it doesn't deserve it. Now, another game that is most likely going to be nominated is Spider-Man 2. That's pretty much a given. Sony's first-party games are very quite often nominated as Game of the Year because of the quality and the money that goes into it, the graphics and so on. And Spider-Man 2 looks like it's going to be a promising sequel. I don't think it's going to reinvent the wheel. In this game, you'll play as Peter and Miles, and it looks like Peter has some symbiote abilities, which is going to be interesting. But then again, I don't think they're going to reinvent the wheel here, but it's definitely going to be at least nominated for Game of the Year. Another game that's for sure to get nominated is Redfall. Redfall is a looter shooter that is set in the Midwest, multiplayer, amazing zombie game. If you take a look at the reception here, it did really well. It got a 96 on Metacritic and it got a user score of 7.8. So very solid reception. There wasn't any bugs whatsoever. It was running smooth. Alright, I'm gonna stop fucking around. Obviously I was joking, but one that is very likely to get nominated, but it's not a guarantee, is Final Fantasy XVI. The game came out with a really good reception from the players. It got 87% and the user score was 8.2 out of 10. So a very solid game overall. It's not really my type of game because there's just way too many cutscenes for my liking, but it seems like a lot of people liked it, and those who are into those type of games were really happy with the end product. So it is quite likely to get nominated. It's not as certain as Spider-Man 2 or Starfield, but it's a very strong possibility. So to recap, the guaranteed nominations are Zelda, Starfield, and Spider-Man 2, unless something goes terribly wrong with Starfield or Spider-Man. And I think for spot number 4, Diablo 4 and Final Fantasy will be fighting each other off for it. I personally think that Diablo 4 should not be on this list, but you know how Game Awards are, it's all about promotion and marketing games, so it might be on it. And now for spot number 5, it will be a fight between Armored Core 6, Hogwarts Legacy, Baldur's Gate 3, and Jedi Survivor. I personally don't think Jedi Survivor should make it, but you never know. At the end of the day, Armored Core 6 is a mech game, and the mech genre is extremely niche. Yes, the trailer got over 2 million views on YouTube, but that's because it's From Software. Hopefully, From Software will be able to pull the mech genre into mainstream like they did with the Souls genre that they created. Now everybody wants to play Elden Ring. Back in the days with Demon's Souls, it was very niche. So maybe From Software will be able to make some magic happen here. I guess time will tell. As for the actual winner of Game of the Year 2023, even if Armored Core is the best game you've ever played in ages, I think Zelda is going to win, because at the end of the day, all these award ceremonies, they are marketing tools, they are marketing campaigns, and I think that Nintendo will most likely announce a DLC around December. So I think just because of how mainstream Zelda is, it is most likely going to be the winner, unless Starfield is an absolute gem that could surprise everybody, so that's also a possibility. But I think that even if Armored Core 6 doesn't win Game of the Year, it's very likely to win a couple awards, especially Best Action Game. So hopefully Armored Core 6 gets released and brings the mech genre into the new era. So that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on all notifications. I'll never ask you for a dime. I don't have any memberships, but I do want this channel to blow up. I have several passions: music, roasting morons on YouTube, but gaming is definitely my biggest one. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys on the next video.